Hello everybody, welcome to Bloons TD 5, and today I'm playing the new as of this video map called Treetop on hard, of course. Now it's a bit difficult, the map. It is an expert track, and I actually have a brand new tactic which I'm going to be showing today, and it is actually pretty darn good, especially because you don't need any specialty towers, you don't need anything for it. So just pretty much you can do it as a new player. And now you see, I do let some balloons by, but I road spike them so I don't lose any lives. Of course, you guys do not have to road spike them. It will save you money, and I mean, it doesn't really matter if you lose a few lives. I just don't do it for the videos, you know. But I am actually using the new tower, the balloon chipper. It is actually fantastic. It is almost overpowered, I must say. Now, if you don't have it maxed out, if you don't have it all the way leveled up, you need to do that now, before you watch this, if you want to follow this. But it's not that hard to do, so don't worry, because it is definitely a late game tower. It is actually really good for popping those mobs. Now, if I put a sniper up here, you guys, I mean, you don't need to do it. You can actually put a balloon chipper up instead. Eventually I will sell it and put up the balloon chipper. Right now I believe I do. Yeah, see, there you go. I know it actually looks really strange, the tactic that I'm using. I'm using dart monkeys, I know. Well, without the specialty tower. I'm using dart monkeys like that. And the balloon chipper, yes, I figured I would throw it in there. And my economy is really weak for this. But it's a lot easier. Like, you don't need too much economy, to be honest, until later, I guess, but it's like really easy to do it and easy to follow along, so I really love this tactic. The only thing is, it is a bit difficult for the very beginning levels to find out what towers to use, because you can use different towers on every map, so it's not like the same towers each time, so it could be a bit tricky. But notice here I'm using the dart monkeys. The only reason why I'm using that is because I need to pop the balloons fast, and I need to pop them right at a certain time. And because there's two lanes, it's sort of difficult to do anything like, to put any engineers or anything like that. Because before I was using engineers, and you can actually use them for this tactic, but engineers aren't the best, but the only reason why I use them is because it gets you by the first few levels, and they are good in price. But I do not use them at all in this game. Now notice I have a bomb tower up here. You don't really usually see that with me, especially not this. Well, actually, sometimes I do use this path. It is actually really good though, especially on small maps like this. It just stops the balloons right there, but that's not what I need. It still is letting some by, as you can note, as you see. Those dart monkeys are really doing a lot of work, so you do need them. I put the spike factories out there. They do help a lot. It just gets a lot stress off me because I want to make sure that there are no lives lost. So, I kept missing it. I kept missing the spikes. I kept missing to put the road spikes down, so then I would have to go back to the menu and redo it all. It's just a pain. So you guys don't have to put any spikes down, I don't think, unless you guys for some reason want to not lose any lives. But notice I put a banana farm down here. This is actually going to be, I think, my only banana farm. No, I put another one right there, but no, I do not. Actually, I do not put one there. I'm not sure if I do later, but that is actually going to be pretty much my only banana farm of that level, I guess. Next, I'm going to be putting up the banana banks. I'm actually using the banana banks in this. Honestly, you guys do not have to use them if you don't want to. It would be a lot better. They really aren't that efficient at all. Now look, I use an ice tower. I bet you guys don't see that everywhere. And I sold the banana farm, notice, to get money for, I believe it was camo detection, I guess. Yeah, because there's some camo balloons coming up. So I believe I just sold that banana farm, so it wasn't there for too long. Now this is a bit tricky getting around here, so after this, notice I put my balloon chipper up. I have to get it to a 4-2 balloon chipper before round 46, so I can get that Moab. See, it just completely destroys them whenever it gets to them. Now we are coming up to a bit of a tricky part here. I'm gonna actually upgrade that ice tower to an Arctic wind. But I notice right here, okay, here it is in the mid game, in mid level. Okay, I slowed it down for you guys so you guys can see exactly when I did it. You guys should actually hopefully have a bit more money than that, so you guys can maybe do it at the beginning of the round, especially if you didn't use those road spikes. But I actually do sell things, I know, and it's not good for the economy here. Oh, here we go. This is when I get my first banana bank. I don't get it yet. You guys, like I said, do not have to have the banana banks. I just didn't want to use banana farmers because they're a pain to have just the bananas just lay everywhere. Just gets to be a pain in the buns, you know. So that's why I like the banana banks better, but only while I'm recording because I can't, use the monkey farmers because they're pro, and it just doesn't really work out too well. But actually, with the specialty tower, which I will do a video on, for those of you who aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and you guys can see that specialty tower of the balloon chipper. It is amazing. And what it does actually as a 4th tier, it actually collects the bananas for you, which is amazing. Now notice I have 2 of the balloon chippers here. 2 4-2s, I believe it's 4-2, right? Not 2 4s, yeah. Yeah, 4-2s. Oh no, I actually didn't have 2 4-2s, my bad. I had 1 4-2 and the other one was a 3-2, I believe. So keep an eye on that. I just upgraded it like a couple rounds ago to 4-2. So make sure you do that. And notice I do have that dart monkey down there. That's actually getting quite a few pops. I just put a super monkey down. I know it's ridiculous, but look at this amazing tactic. That is just working out so well, especially on these small maps. Because the balloon trippers the biggest problem is that the balloons are fast. That is one of your biggest problems. And then when you get into the later rounds, you have to worry about the Moabs, because you have to have something to pop those Moabs as soon as they come out. And the balloon chipper is fantastic for that. It just sucks them in, and it does not make them move anywhere until they are completely destroyed. I think that's almost overpowered, to be honest. Notice I get my money from my banana bank, and I use it to upgrade to the temple. The sun god, which is absolutely amazing for this tactic. It is just what all these towers just fit together so well, especially the bomb tower and the balloon chipper, because the balloon chipper gets rid of some of the big balloons and the Moabs. And then the Arctic wind makes it, especially on these smaller maps, it makes it so that the balloons are a lot easier to pop. You're containing them in one area. It is absolutely great. They just all work together so well. And now that I have the sun god, that really pops most of the balloons or any sort of rushes that you would get, and helps pop the Moabs as well if you get a large amount of them, which you will in the later rounds. Now really what you want to do for the late rounds is just spam them everywhere, like I'm doing now. I'm putting them up top so they suck in those Moabs as soon as they get out of that beginning area. You guys definitely want to do this. You have to have 2 4-2s up top in order to get past this round 77. Round 77 is rather difficult because there are a lot of Moabs coming through, and if you get a bunch of Moabs coming in at the same time, your balloon chippers are actually going to get a bit overwhelmed and they're not going to be able to handle them. But look at that amazing job they're doing. Like, this is just an amazing tactic. In fact, they might actually nerf these in the future. I don't know. But if they do, by the way, this video will not be up. You guys will know, trust me. So this tactic should work right now. So whenever you guys are watching this. So yeah, just don't worry about that. Look at that, I have 4 of them. This is round 84 is intense, and look at what it does to that. Oh my god, that is amazing. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this, I would appreciate a like. I will see you guys later.